Comfort is quietly ruining your life. Not in a way that draws attention, not in a way that feels dangerous. There is no sudden collapse, there is no obvious failure. Comfort works without resistance. That is why it succeeds. It does not attack discipline, it replaces it. It does not demand change, it delays it. Nothing feels broken at first, everything feels manageable. You are still functioning, you are still progressing on paper, but capacity is no longer increasing. Comfort removes pressure. Pressure creates adaptation. When pressure disappears, adaptation stops. Comfort convinces the system that effort can wait. It convinces the system that urgency is unnecessary. Tomorrow becomes the solution. Tomorrow never arrives with force. Comfort feels earned, it feels justified. That feeling prevents scrutiny. Nothing in life collapses immediately under comfort. It softens slowly. Standards lower quietly. Tolerance shrinks gradually. No alarms sound, no warnings appear. The damage compounds without notice. This is not a motivational problem, it is a structural one. Comfort changes outcomes without announcing itself. That is the rule. Comfort goes unnoticed because it feels reasonable. It does not demand explanation. It does not trigger urgency. Most people associate danger with disruption. Comfort creates none. There is no crisis signal. There is no visible breakdown. The system stays stable. Stability is mistaken for health. Comfort presents itself as balance. Balance sounds responsible. When effort is reduced, nothing fails immediately. When pressure is removed, nothing collapses. Silence is interpreted as safety. Most people assume progress stops only when pain appears. Comfort removes pain. That removal feels like improvement. The pattern repeats quietly. Less resistance today feels harmless. Less resistance tomorrow feels normal. Standards adjust without discussion. Expectations lower without awareness. Comfort trains the system gradually. Tolerance decreases in small increments. Each reduction feels insignificant. What once required effort now feels optional. What was optional becomes avoidable. Most people do not notice the shift. They adapt to it. Comfort reframes avoidance as self-care. It reframes delay as patience. Those labels prevent inspection. Because nothing breaks, nothing is questioned. Most people continue functioning. Functionality is mistaken for progress. They remain productive enough to survive, not challenged enough to grow. Comfort rewards this state with predictability. Predictability feels controlled. Control feels secure. Security replaces urgency. Without urgency, behavior stabilizes. Without pressure, capacity stops expanding. The system does not fail, it plateaus. Plateau feels safe. Plateau feels acceptable. That acceptance is the blind spot. Comfort is dangerous precisely because it does not hurt. By the time the cost is visible, capacity has already declined, and the system believes this state is normal.
The core misunderstanding is simple. Comfort is mistaken for rest. They are not the same. Rest is intentional. Comfort is passive. Rest has limits. Comfort does not. Rest is entered deliberately. Comfort fills space automatically. Most people remove pressure and assume recovery follows. Recovery does not occur without structure. It is not the absence of effort that restores capacity. It is controlled withdrawal followed by re-entry. Comfort removes the second part. That omission matters. Rest prepares the system to return to demand. Comfort persuades the system to stay away. This difference is ignored because both feel similar at first. Both reduce strain. Both lower resistance. But they produce opposite outcomes. Rest restores tolerance. Comfort erodes it. Rest ends when readiness returns. Comfort continues without condition. Most people believe ease equals balance. Balance is interpreted as less friction. That belief reverses cause and effect. It is not balance that reduces friction, it is strength. Strength allows friction to exist without damage. Comfort removes friction instead of building strength. Another misunderstanding follows. Comfort is assumed to be harmless if productivity remains. Output continues. Tasks are completed. This masks the decline. Capacity is shrinking while activity persists. Performance holds briefly. Resilience does not. The system is consuming stored tolerance. Once depleted, effort feels excessive. At that point, comfort is blamed on burnout. The cause is misidentified. Burnout did not create comfort. Comfort created fragility. The sequence matters. Comfort did not appear to solve a problem. It appeared to prevent one. That prevention removed the conditions required for growth. What felt like protection was reduction. The misunderstanding persists because results lag behavior. By the time consequences appear, the system believes this state is natural. That belief locks the pattern in place. Comfort is not recovery, it is delay, and delay compounds.
The system does not respond to intention. It responds to pressure. Pressure forces adaptation. Adaptation increases capacity. This is the mechanism. When pressure is present, the system adjusts. When pressure is removed, adjustment stops. Comfort interrupts this process. It does not break the system, it suspends it. Capacity grows only when demand exceeds comfort. Below that threshold, nothing changes. The system conserves energy. It avoids unnecessary effort. Comfort signals that effort is unnecessary. That signal is accepted immediately. The body reduces output. The mind reduces tolerance. This is not failure, it is efficiency. The system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. Without demand, there is no reason to expand. Growth is expensive. Maintenance is cheap. Comfort prioritizes maintenance. The system stabilizes at the lowest sustainable level of effort. That level feels normal. Normal feels permanent. The longer the system remains there, the harder it is to leave. Pressure must increase gradually to restart adaptation. Sudden intensity fails. Comfort lowers tolerance sharply that high demand feels overwhelming. This is why people mistake comfort for weakness. The system is not weak, it is underloaded. Strength declines only when demand remains below capacity. Comfort ensures demand stays low. Another mechanism operates simultaneously. Repetition reinforces patterns. Repeated comfort trains avoidance. Avoidance becomes default behavior. Default behavior defines identity. Identity influences future decisions. The loop closes. Effort feels foreign. Discomfort feels abnormal. The system now protects comfort automatically. This protection is not conscious, it is structural. Motivation cannot override structure. Awareness cannot override repetition. Only sustained pressure resets the system. Not intensity, consistency. Pressure applied predictably forces recalibration. When pressure returns regularly, tolerance rebuilds. Capacity expands slowly. The system does not resist growth, it resists instability. Comfort creates stability. Pressure disrupts it. Growth requires disruption. The system adapts only when disruption is sustained and predictable. Comfort removes both. This is why change feels difficult after long periods of ease. Not because you are incapable, Because the system adapted to low demand. The mechanism is neutral. It produces exactly what conditions require. Comfort produces stagnation. Pressure produces capacity. The system does not choose. It responds.
This requires responsibility, not awareness, not understanding. Responsibility means accepting pressure voluntarily. Comfort removes pressure automatically. Responsibility reinstates it deliberately. No one will apply it for you. The system will always default to ease. That default must be overridden. This requires choosing effort before it is necessary. Waiting removes leverage. Early pressure rebuilds tolerance. Responsibility means acting without urgency forcing you. When urgency appears, comfort already won. This requires structure. Structure replaces decision-making. Decisions create negotiation. Negotiation favors comfort. Structure enforces behavior regardless of mood. Mood is unreliable. Comfort exploits it. Responsibility requires standards. Standards define minimum action. Minimum action prevents regression. Comfort lowers standards quietly. Responsibility restores them consciously. This will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is not damage, it is recalibration. The system resists sudden pressure because tolerance is low. That resistance is expected. Responsibility means continuing anyway, not intensely, consistently. Responsibility does not require motivation, it requires commitment. Commitment persists when motivation disappears. Comfort waits for permission. Responsibility denies it. This requires removing optionality. Optional behavior invites avoidance. When effort is optional, comfort decides. Responsibility removes choice. Action becomes requirement. This is not punishment, it is protection. Without responsibility, comfort expands unchecked. With responsibility, comfort is contained. No balance will appear naturally. Balance must be enforced. This is not about eliminating comfort, it is about controlling it. Responsibility accepts this burden fully. No one else will.
The consequences of comfort are delayed. That delay is what allows it to persist. Nothing collapses immediately. Nothing signals failure. The system continues functioning, but it no longer advances. Over time, effort feels heavier, not because tasks increased, because tolerance declined. What once required focus now requires force. Discipline feels unnatural. Structure feels restrictive. This is not loss of ability, it is loss of exposure. Comfort reduces exposure year after year. Reduced exposure limits capacity. Opportunities narrow quietly. Not because they disappear, because you stop entering conditions that create them. Comfort favors predictability. Predictability reduces range. Your world becomes smaller, not visibly, practically. You remain capable enough to maintain, not enough to expand. This creates a stable but limited state. That state feels permanent. Comfort reframes limitation as realism. Ambition is labeled unnecessary. At this stage, change feels risky. The system has adapted to low demand. Higher demand feels threatening. Regret appears late. Not dramatic, persistent. You recognize capability that was never used, potential that was never pressured. Comfort does not announce this cost. It presents it gradually. Years pass without expansion. Time accumulates without progress. Nothing failed catastrophically. That is the danger. Comfort does not ruin life loudly. It reduces it quietly. And once this state stabilizes, reversal requires sustained pressure. The longer comfort dominates, the longer recalibration takes. The system can recover, but the cost increases with time. This is the consequence. Comfort is not the enemy. Uncontrolled comfort is. When comfort leads, progress stops, not because you are incapable, but because the system adapts to ease. The system does not grow under safety, it grows under demand. Discomfort is not damage, it is the signal that adaptation is occurring. Avoiding discomfort avoids development. Comfort feels protective. In reality, it limits exposure. Exposure builds capacity. Capacity creates freedom. Without exposure, freedom shrinks. Comfort will not regulate itself. It does not know when to stop. Left alone, it expands, daily. That expansion must be resisted deliberately. Pressure must be reintroduced intentionally. Structure must be maintained consistently, not occasionally, not when convenient. Comfort does not require effort. Growth does. If pressure is avoided today, tomorrow becomes harder. If pressure is chosen today, tomorrow becomes lighter. The system responds to patterns, not intentions. Repeated comfort produces fragility. Repeated pressure produces strength. This is not a motivational issue, it is a structural one. Comfort must be contained, not eliminated, controlled. That responsibility does not belong to anyone else, it belongs to you. That is the rule.